this. So I'm just going to hit record as well now. So let me kick it off. I'll dive in, just talk a little bit about New York Denim Hangs. So again, I'm Eric. I founded New York Denim Hangs a couple of years ago, back in 2017. Actually, before I go any further, just want to make sure, is my sound okay? Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up or?
Yeah, right? It's good.
Cool. So yeah, founded New York Denim Hangs back in 2017. I think LA Denim Hangs was already out there. I think the guys in Singapore were doing their things, probably the Philippines as well. But basically, I just, I'm a maker. I'm here in my workshop. I make custom jeans in Brooklyn, New York. And I wanted to build a community of like-minded people. Everyone who I met in the community was really cool, super friendly. And I just recognized that there was this big source of information, knowledge, and friendship out there. You know, one of the big components of this is that as you get older, it becomes difficult just to make friends. And having this common interest is just so cool. And it seems like there's a common set of values behind raw denim as well. So I just put up something on Instagram, put up a post, and three other people came to that first hang. It was Christine, Dave, and Ramel. And from there, we've grown, pretty nicely. We have like a 10-person organizing committee. There's probably like 30 people in New York Denim Hangs. We can get up to like 50 if we really promote an event. And it's just been a great source of community and friendship. I briefly want to highlight that there's a ton of really creative people in this community. Like I said, I'm a maker. Christine has been in denim for 35 years or something. Ramel is wonderful at chain stitch, embroidery. Byron, who's on the call, he does beautiful work with sashiko. Jason is a wealth of information when it comes to jackets. So everybody has their hand in a pot, and they know something, and it's wonderful to bring that all together and just be a part of that group. So if you're from New York Denim Hangs, maybe just raise your hand and just give a wave so people can kind of see you. So you can identify. Shane will count you. You can wave. So those are all the guys from New York Denim Hangs. Let's go around, just have different groups introduce themselves, give a little bit of a background. If you can keep it to maybe 3 minutes or so, that would be great. So we get everybody an opportunity to speak on here. So that's it. Mike, given that you're kind of organizing this with me, you want to kick things off and talk about DC a little bit?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Mike, and I founded the DC Denim Hangs. For me, it sort of all started, I'm from the Midwest, and I moved out this way with my family. My wife's from Virginia, so we moved out here to be closer to her family. And, sort of echoing what Eric said, when you're an adult man in a new place, it's not easy to make friends. Or there's no specific built-in way to meet people. And I was running a vintage shop and was always really into vintage clothing, and that sort of included denim. And then the vintage sort of snowballed into denim, and then it really, creating the hang kind of became like a selfish way for me to meet people. To be frank, I figured I couldn't be the only person in the DC metro area who was interested in denim and vintage. Full time, I do a lot of community building at my job, so it sort of seemed like a perfect thing for me to do, was just to try to start a hang. First hang we did at a distillery in DC, and I was really surprised. I don't think I did a whole lot of extra work to get people out, but we had I want to say we had 10 or 12 people at the first hang. And the unique thing about DC itself is a fairly dense city, but it's not a real big city. But the DC metro area is pretty massive. So our hang, probably has more people who don't live in DC participating. So that's folks from Baltimore, West Virginia, Northern Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, kind of all come together to be a part of the DC Denim Hangs. I know for me personally, it's led to a lot of really cool friendships so far. I've started a sort of a denim community culture podcast, and had some of the folks from DC on, and been really great so far. So we're kind of a small community. but we're becoming pretty tight knit. So that's what I got. Thanks.
Awesome, man. Thanks. So I know Ryan's trying to dial in right now. He's the founder of the Chicago hang, but I think Amanda, I don't know if you want to kind of speak on behalf of the Chicago guys in
Yeah,
Ryan's absence, if that's cool with you.
yeah, for sure. So, Chicago Denim Hangs, it started, so backstory. I had a denim festival in 2016 in Chicago, and I did that for about 2 or 3 years. And Ryan, he reached out, and we've been friends online for about 2 or 3 years, and he expressed his love for denim and different things like that. And then he told me, well, they have a New York Denim Hangs, and we're looking to do something else here. So then we started doing different kind of hangs and things like that, and just kind of networked. And the great thing about Chicago Denim is it's very much has that industrial kind of history behind it naturally, because it's denim. So a lot of the times the hangs that we do, it might be a coffee hang or different types of ways to mix new and old denim and highlight local brands. So yeah, that's a little bit about Chicago Denim Hangs. I know he's still trying to get in, so
Awesome. Thanks, Amanda.
yeah.
Dave, you want to talk a little bit about Southeast?
Sure. This is Dave. I'm from Southeast Denim Hangs. I'm around Atlanta, and Southeast Denim Hangs is pretty young. We've only really had it, started doing it like maybe last March. I think it was last March, early March. We've had only 4 or so hangs, and then COVID hit. So we haven't had any hangs since that, obviously. So our last hang was around December. And we're kind of, like Michael was saying in DC, we're kind of spread out. There's Lucas and I in Atlanta, and then a lot of our folks are over in the Carolinas. And then we have some folks down in southern Georgia and in Florida are the folks that have been at the hangs. So we're pretty similar like that. We're kind of spread out. And we're kind of diverse, and we'll have a hang. If we have a hangover in the Carolinas, a lot of times the people in the far south aren't hanging up there. So it's almost like there's subgroups. I started the hang group because in the Southeast, it just seems like the raw denim isn't as big here as it is, say, like West Coast, especially in California, especially like New York. But there's definitely enthusiasts here, and so it felt like we needed something. I've been in the sort of following the denim community on Instagram since 2015, 2016. And so that's why I started it. We're relatively young, but it's a really great group. Really great enthusiasts, just like the denim community in general. Super nice people. All of our hangs have been great. We've had one at Skinner. We've had a couple at Billy and Jeans. That's another thing. The companies that hang with us, they're kind of lesser known on Instagram, not quite as big as some of the giants. So it's really fun hanging out with them and getting a different perspective because they're a little bit smaller and not quite as big on Instagram. So that's our group. I'm definitely looking forward to when all that COVID craziness dies down, because, we've only had 4 hangs and it feels like we were just getting started and we were getting momentum. So I'm looking forward to having the physical hangs again, but this is awesome, the virtual thing, because it brings us together while we're waiting for that. So that's a little bit of background about us.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. And by the way, everybody's audio has been really good so far. So thumbs up from that perspective. So I know LA Denim Hangs is on the call. I don't see Greg, Denim Hound. Greg was going to kind of jump in and speak to LA a little bit. Mike, you wanna give a shout out to LA?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Thanks, man.
Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
So LA Denim Hangs was founded, I don't know, like probably 3.5-ish years ago, I want to say. Greg and Joe Pizarro and Victor Selvage One. I don't know if most people are probably familiar with Victor. He's kind of an honorary member because he helped found it, and he's kind of a global denim hang person himself since he travels a lot. and likes to meet fellow denim heads. Our first hang was pretty cool. It was at a brewery. And then ever since then, we've had mini hangs, large hangs. We'll go to parties. Free Note here in LA does a lot of get-togethers at their shop, so we'll go hang with the Free Note guys and raid their bar. and yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. It's not. It's a different vibe here in LA. It's not quite the same as like your denim hangs. It's a little less organized, a little more spur of the moment because I don't feel like people are so busy and have a lot of things going on that it's hard to get everybody together all at the same time. So most of the time we do like mini hangs, or we'll just say, hey, let's meet up at Free Note and hang out for a little bit. And like 3 or 4 of us will randomly do that. But we all, stay in touch with a group chat, and we're all pretty cool. I hope. But yeah, it's pretty informal. It's like a super chill group. Just there's no initiation, there's no membership. You just want to be part of it. Come hang, join the chats. That's about it.
Mike, did most of you guys know each other before LA Denim Hang started, or did it all kind of coalesce?
No, it all coalesced with the hangs. I didn't know any of these cats. Isaac, Pigeon Tree Crafting, knew Greg, and Victor knew Greg. So I think Greg was kind of like the connection there. And then Greg knew Joe, I believe. So together they kind of like formed up a group. But for the most part, I didn't know any of these guys until LA Denim Hangs. And now, Isaac and Jesus and a lot of these cats are like real good friends of mine. So it's pretty cool. I like to say that we like the people who are enthusiasts about selvage denim and heritage workwear, things that are well made. They're well put together people. They're just good people. So it's easy to get along with everyone, and that's kind of how LA Denim Hangs is. We're all just cool people, and we hang out together, and it's always a good time.
That's really cool. It's really cool.
That's it. That's all I got.
I'm just curious, how many people have met? I mean, what you said, Mike, Victor. I was speaking with a few people here, but then Victor came through New York and he encouraged me to start New York Denim Hang. So that was kind of the push over the cliff. Just curious, how many people have met Victor in his worldwide travels? We just got a show of hands if you've met Selvage One Victor. Okay, all right. So he's getting around. Cool. I think that covers all the U.S. based hangs. So why don't we correct me if I'm wrong? But why don't we jump over to Europe? I see Ben, I think from UK Denim Hangs is here. Is that right? Hey, Ben, you want to jump in? Just tell us a little backstory about UK Denim Hangs, how you got that started up, what the community is like over there.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to see you, everybody. Well, for us, to be fair, it started with, a shop in Sheffield. We took our inspiration from the LA guys. They were the first people to do it, as far as I'm concerned. They started an LA Denim Hangs, and it looked like a really cool idea. It looked like it were bringing people together. And then me and Amanda teamed up. Who's there somewhere? She's muted, which is waving, love. And we put on a bit of Denim Hangs in Sheffield a couple of years back. And I mean, I don't know if you know England at all, but Sheffield's bang in the centre. And people came from London, they came from Scotland, and we had a really, really, really good time. And it was, I don't really know what our community is. I just know that I love it. I don't really know what it is. I can't explain it, but it's just something. It's we're all on the same wavelength in one way or another, and it's also very polite and very nice, and really nice to be part of. So yeah, that's how it started in England, and then from there were the Berlin hangs and the all other hangs after that, and now we're all together as a global hang. Wow, to credit to everybody involved, I think. Like everybody that's on this meeting, it's amazing, and everybody that's going to get joined in for the next 24 hours. It's we've done this, all of us via Wi-Fi, which isn't the most reliable thing in the world. So it's awesome. That's as much as I've got to say about it. Thank you very much. That's as much as
And
I'm just happy to be here.
just one follow-up question. You're one of the organizers of the Global Hang. Maybe you can just give us a little background about, where the idea came from and what the organization has been like.
Yeah. Well, it started when, for the last 2 years, me and Amanda's done Denim Hangs in the UK, one in Sheffield, one in Manchester. They both went really well. We get a lot of guest speakers coming in from different brands and a lot of demonstrations and shows that people can get into and enjoy. This year round, a guy who were a customer of mine called Alex decided to set up a Denim Hang basically because we hadn't. So he said, right, okay, so Ben and Amanda might not be doing it this year. I'm going to give it a go. Let's all meet in a pub in Sheffield and have a drink. COVID kicked in. That completely ruined his plan. And then he put out on his Instagram that he wanted to do a worldwide Denim Hang day, where everybody basically just wore their favourite clothes, posted a picture on Instagram and tagged it Worldwide Denim Hang. And that kind of sort of gave me a kick up bum, if you like. It sort of inspired me. I kind of thought, well, if this customer of mine can go to that much effort and try and do that, then maybe we could take it one step further. And so I spoke to Alex, I spoke to Amanda. They both agreed that we might be able to do a global Denim Hang. I then went on to a Zoom meeting, sort of podcast with Morsin, Amy from Denim Dudes, and Nick Williams from Denim Branded. And I mentioned it on that. And then once it were mentioned, well, Morsin said, okay, I'm behind you. I'm booked in for 11 a.m. And I said, all right, well, we're doing it now. And that's how this entire thing started, just from that a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, not much time planning, but at the same time, as a community, all of us together have somehow managed to make it work. And I think that's amazing.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you guys I know it's a lot of work putting this together. Last year we did a Denim Hang 2019 here in the US. We had a US Denim Hang, and that was a ton of fun, but it was a ton of work as well. So Global Hang, that's kind of going to the next level. So thank you guys for doing all the hard work to bring us all together.
It's a team effort. It's a team effort, and including you, everybody here, including you yourself, everybody that's hosting, everybody's taking responsibility for that. It's a full denim team effort. And it's really nice to be sat here and be able to speak to you right now, you guys, and know that, we might actually just pull this off.
I got a jacket for the UK Denim Hangs.
Yeah. Yes, Flat Eric, that's it.
Yes.
Amanda.
Jason, give us the background about Flat Eric.
Well, Flat Eric was he was a designed by Jim Henson Creature Shop, and he was used in an advertisement in the early 2000s for Levi's. I love the mask on Flat Eric. That's amazing. And they used a French techno producer named Mr. Ozio. And it was really big in the UK. It wasn't very popular in the States and the US for some reason. But me being a DJ, I just heard about him, and I always followed that French DJ. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, I love that. I love that wallpaper behind you. So those are beautiful fake records.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, Jason is a DJ. Those are all real records. So got a couple thousand of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks again, Ben. Yeah, it's awesome. Is there anyone else from the EU who's part of like a different hangover there?
It's funny. Us British are like really awkward. We're an hour behind, so to everybody else, it's 1:30 in the morning. So
Yeah,
I might be in bed right now.
cool. Well, I've kind of saved the best for last here. We got some guys from Asia who are dialing in. We're really excited that they are here. Why don't we jump over to the guys in the Philippines? Raul, Jake, you guys want to talk about Selvage Philippines, and also we'd love to hear a little bit about Leon Denim too.
Okay. So maybe I'll talk about a little bit about Leon, and maybe Jay can continue with some of the Philippines. So I'm Raul Lejana. So first of all, I'm very glad and excited to see a lot of familiar faces. The good thing with the internet and Instagram is we virtually know quite a number of people in this space. So thanks for inviting us. So we are also makers. So we're a brand called Leon Denim in the Philippines. So as the name denotes, we make denim, and we also make other clothes as well, but of the type that are related to the heritage ethos, and that's the reason why we because of that we decided to set up Salvage Philippines, which is an FB based community, Facebook based community group. So our hangs are virtually daily by showing ourselves up in the internet, in Facebook, and I'll ask maybe Jake to continue and talk a little bit more about what we do there in Salvage Philippines.
Yeah, thanks, Raul. Hi, guys. Good morning from Manila, Philippines. So, Salvage Philippines, I think we established it around 4 years ago because in the Philippines, we didn't know how to connect to a lot of the other people who like the same stuff that we like. So, eventually, we decided to set up a Facebook group, Salvage Philippines, and just started to invite friends over to basically participate and share. I think initially the stuff that they bought, right? So and then once word got around, they got to inviting their friends, and now we're about probably 3,000 members on Savage Philippines. And then every quarter or so, we basically have a small group hang, and sometimes we hit around maybe 20 to 30 people attending the face-to-face group hang. So we've had a few of those over the years, and what's happened is we've made a lot of good friends, and because of the activity, I think there are some people who starting to think about making their own stuff. So some leather guys joined. They also introduce themselves, making some small leather items like wallets and and keychains and all that. And then so we've basically wanted to not really inspire, but make it easy for people to start something, making stuff with their hands, leather, denim or any other garment, as long as it's connected to this heritage type of lifestyle. Now, it's the Facebook group isn't really for commercial purposes. It's really just to get people a venue to show off their stuff and share what they've done. And over time, it's grown to a pretty close-knit community. And we become very good friends. And outside of the hang, we sometimes meet people here and there over a weekend for a drink. And yeah, I think hopefully it grows and we can organize something like a denim festival, like what you guys do outside the Philippines. So I'm not sure if Ivor, our third partner with Leon Denim, is already on. Ivor, are you on? You want to introduce yourself? Thanks again for inviting us.
You have to.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ivor.
Hi everyone. My name is Iveraldas. I'm part of the Leon Denim team, and also I'm one of the administrator of the Salvage Philippines forum that we have formed a few years back. And yes, by the way, sorry I'm late. I've been having troubles with my internet connection. Um, it's good to see you all guys here, and I know most of you, and I'm very happy to see the faces. Michael. Anyway, going back. Yeah, we were trying to uh, promote the lifestyle basically. So we are trying to expand the this passion that we have to others, and for them to see, and for them to see what's cool about it, and we want to also instill to them that we can uh, represent Philippines somehow by making something locally, and that's what we've done with our brand, and that's what we're trying to push people also in the community. I think that should be it. Um, yeah, Raul.
I think that's enough airtime for us now. But yeah, as you said, guys, we know some people in this community, so it's really cool to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you guys for joining. It's so cool to see you guys. And you guys got up early for this, or I don't know, maybe you always get up early, and it's just, we appreciate you being on.
It's a Sunday, so yeah.
I want to encourage people, if you haven't checked out their Facebook page, it's really impressive. I don't know if anybody can join, you have to be in the Philippines, but Raul encouraged me to take a look, and the amount of content that's on there and number of people who are talking, having conversations, it's a really strong community. So definitely check out Salvage Philippines on Facebook. So,
dude, can I just say
Thank
that
you.
I'm a very big fan of Leon Denim. Hey guys, and I love their stuff, not only their denim, but also their heritage stuff. So keep up the good work, guys. You've got a big fan here in New York.
Wow.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thanks.
Same here, guys. Love my Baker pants. Just got to make more 40s.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah, Michael's one of the early guys from the States. So thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's jump over to Japan. Dave or Japanologue, we're really excited that you're on. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about the community over in Japan, and a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Yeah. First of all, nice to meet everybody, and thanks for having me. Yeah, I've been in Osaka 21 years now. Pretty new actually to the denim game. It's only really been about 2 years actually. Yeah, I was divorced a couple years ago. Thought, damn, I need a hobby. I need something to do here with my time. And I actually was going down the YouTube rabbit hole one night, and I stumbled upon this video from Momotaro. It's like a 25-minute how they make their jeans. I didn't know anything about Japanese denim, and I was like in tears at the end of it. I was like, holy shit, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So like the next day I went and bought a pair of Momotaros, and from there, yeah, it just got kind of nuts. So I made the site, and I was thinking, well, what kind of site do I want? There's a lot of review sites out there. There's a lot of all different manner of denim sites out there. So I've been focusing mainly on interviews. I thought, well, I could speak Japanese. I live here. What could I do that maybe would be harder for other people to do, and what would be of use and of interest to everybody? So yeah, and then the Instagram thing's only been maybe 8 or 10 months, but it's been really good. So yeah, I've interviewed most of the, I thought I'd start like really small, like with the small little makers and work up to the big ones, but I've actually, for some reason, it's been the reverse. So I've done all kind of the major ones. Now I'm like, either going back to them a second time, or seeking out. There's so many really, really, really good small sort of artisanal 1 and 2, 3 employee denim brands here. What else could I tell you? As far as the denim scene, it's not that big. It's really weird. Aside from the festivals and going to the actual brand shops themselves, I honestly don't see that many people. It's that maybe it's just because I'm new to it and I don't hang out downtown a lot, but it's funny. Like you go to Warehouse and there's like the Warehouse fan crew and they're all about the same age as the owner. You go to Samurai or you go to Ironheart or, wherever, and they've got their own sort of group that's been with them since the start. But as far as people walking around or denim hangs, I've never heard of them. But there are some big denim festivals that happen here. Then they all come out of the woodwork. We had one here just a while ago. There's about 2,000 or 3,000 people there, and everybody was all decked out, and their wives and grandmas and kids and dogs all in denim. It was fantastic. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And since the whole COVID thing hit, obviously the interviews have sort of slowed down, and the brands are now sending me stuff to just photograph for them and put on Instagram. So yeah, we'll see. I was just last week went to the cotton planting with Samurai Jeans. They grow some of their own cotton, so that was a really good, very cool experience to see. I don't think any other brand is doing that, so that was very cool. So yeah, nice to meet you all. I won't babble on too long, but that's what I'm doing. So if you have any questions about the Japanese makers or brands, just hit me up on Instagram. So
Dave, real quick, where are you from originally, and how did you learn Japanese?
I'm from Canada, British Columbia, little tiny town called Nelson, which nobody will know. But I studied Japanese in university. Then I was married. I've been here 21 years, so just sort of along the way, I sort of picked it up. So yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, go ahead, John.
Dave, like I said, I'm a big fan of your site, man. I think it's really cool. It's really cool what you do, like interviewing these guys and then actually putting the interview up in English for a lot of people, because as you know, a lot of those makers, they don't speak English, and
no,
I
not
think
at all.
that's a great thing that you really do, man.
Thanks, man.
So
Well, it's good to hear, because I don't, aside from the thank you from the maker, like I don't hear much feedback at all, really. So it's good to know that people are getting some kind of, they're getting free advertising. Obviously, they're pretty happy. They love my ass, but it's good when people out there are like, "Hey, man, that was cool." So I appreciate that. Thank you,
dude. Keep it up, man.
I will.
And Dave, what's the website so everybody knows?
It's just japanalog.com, which is kind of the weird sort of English French spelling, LOGUE, japanalog.com. Cool. Yeah. And it's Japanalog official on Instagram. Yeah.
Hey, Dave, can we put you on the spot since you're kind of in the epicenter of Japanese denim and your personal preference of who you kind of prefer or who you like personally in terms of brands, small brands? I know it's a tough one, but
yeah, it's kind of funny because like personality wise is not necessarily the brand, like the stuff that I like the most. So the stuff that I really, really like, there's a brand called Graph Zero, kind of a weird name, a little small brand in Kojima. And they're making some super, super interesting and really, really interesting stuff.
It's just really cool because I've never heard of them. I don't know if anyone else has heard of them, so it's really cool to get your take on it firsthand.
Yeah, check them out. There's another one called Palette Life Story, which is another small one, which they're making some interesting stuff too. But as far as the bigger brands go, there's no normal people that like are running these denim companies. They're all like off the wall in their own special way, right? But Nogami-san from Samurai, he's just a good dude. I love that guy. And Miki from Full Count, they're all good dudes actually.
Yeah.
But
So Dave, who's next on your interview list? I think I know in your stories you opened it up, you asked the question, and I think I typed in there I wanted to hear from the makers of 45R. But who's next on your list, man?
It's actually going to be Hayashi-san from a company called Resolute, and of course he was one of the founders of Denim too, so he's been around for a long time. And I also asked Yamane-san from Ebisu. And he's just like flat out no. He's just like, nah, dude, no. I'm like, holy shit, that's the first time anyone said that. Okay, cool. So Ebisu will not be appearing on the site. But yeah, I think it's going to be Hayashi-san from Resolute. And then, as I said, maybe some of the small. I'm also trying to figure, everyone's asking me, what's up with Flathead? What happened? Are they the same? What happened to Flathead? So I'm trying to figure that out as well. But yeah, it'll be a Hayashi-san, I think, from Resolute.
Oh, here's a question for you. For a little bit, Eternal seemed like they were not updating their website or anything like that, or their Instagram, but all of a sudden now they've got updates. What happened?
That's a good question, because I actually mailed them. I just did a big interview about the whole COVID thing. And they're like, dude, we'll get back to you. Like, we're super excited about it. And then they just like never did. And I've been trying to, I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know what's up with them.
I used to love them.
Yeah, they're run by like a big corporation kind of thing, like as an umbrella company. So it's not like one little dude in a shop or something, right? So they're a bit harder to sort of, I can't just drive up there and talk to the dude. So yeah, but good question. I don't know.
Cool. Well, thanks, Dave. It's awesome to see you, and thanks again for getting up and jumping on. So great.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Is there anyone from like a group that I've missed? Anyone want to jump in from like a different geographic region that hasn't been represented? No? Okay.
Ladies.
Sorry?
Ladies.
We did have Amanda speak. But at this point, let's just go ahead and open it up to like anybody who wants to check in, introduce yourself. Again, we have like 35 people on. It's awesome, from everywhere, all over the world. We'd love to hear about you, how you got in the denim community. I'll just throw this question out there as kind of, straw man that you guys can respond to or not. But I'm just curious, in your perspective, what unites us? We're all dialing in from all over the world. What unites us as a global denim community? What's important? What's the shared value? What's the connection? So with that, the floor is open to kind of whoever wants to speak. We'd love to hear from just about everybody. So, feel free to jump in and say hello. And I was remiss earlier. I was introducing people from New York Denim Hangs, and I didn't introduce Holly. So Holly at Clockworks Press, she makes beautiful bags and does great print work. So hi, Holly. My bad. All right, guys, floor is open.
All right, it's Ryan. I finally got in like 20 minutes ago. So I've just been listening remotely, so I apologize.
Ryan, you want to tell us briefly about founding Chicago Denim Hangs, or?
Yeah, that was kind of a co-founding thing with Amanda, Runway Addict. She had kind of been doing a lot of indigo stuff here in Chicago. So when you guys started doing the LA and New York type stuff, I reached out to her and said that we should set up the Chicago with it. And she had kind of a network of people that she had already been working with. So she pretty much laid the groundwork for everything here in the city, which was awesome. And then when we started kind of posting more, we got more of the people into, raw denim coming out. So yeah, we started doing some events towards the end of 2019, did some dyeing. That was fun. Kind of had some plans to do more hands-on type stuff going forward. And that's kind of put to a halt for now. So we'll see.
Cool, man. Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for jumping in.
So I'm happy to jump in real quick, just kind of have something going. I'll say for me, I think I'm so much more curious about just like the like building community and hearing people's stories. This might be a little blasphemous, but denim is like very secondary or tertiary to me for sure. So I really enjoyed the community building aspect. And I know there's a few folks in this Zoom that maybe aren't specifically, don't have access right now to an existing hang. So what I'd maybe be curious about is for us who have hangs that have seemed to had some success, what do you think is maybe a tip or maybe something that you think has made your hang successful in its own way? I'm happy to share, but I'll let others go first. Or maybe the better question is like, how have you been successful in building community? If you're someone who started it, what's maybe one thing that you did that you think really that made a difference for building community in your area?
I think Amanda should answer this one.
Hi everyone. So I thought Ben was going to answer that because he's with Clovercar, and what he did was these guys came to the store and they found somewhere. They found somewhere that was safe, somewhere they could talk about their clothes, but also relate in a different way. And they were all looking for something, but I don't think they knew exactly what. And when we had the hangs and brought those people together, it was amazing. It was just, I don't know what it is. It was just this thing that people needed. And yeah, that community's just grown and grown and grown. And yeah, this is exactly why we're doing this, because we want to make sure everybody keeps going and keeps sharing and keeps growing. So yeah, yeah, that's me.
We did get on it. We did start riding a wave, didn't we, Amanda? Big style. But that wave, we're backed up by a lot of brands and a lot of people in the industry that sort of, well, we felt like we were on the same wavelength with. Would you say, Amanda?
Definitely.
Yeah. So there were brands like, you know, I'm going to say it because I wear it, Red Wing, you know, and then there were individual people like Mohsin that's staying very quiet, but has always backed everything that we've done. We even had, you know, representatives from Levi's who are also going to do a talk later today. And although it's not a Levi's talk because we can't license it as that, but that, you know, one of their directors of Europe is going to come on and speak about Levi's just because he believed in it. Like he just believed in what we believed, and we believe in what, this sounds really strange, what everybody else believes. It's a really funny, it's a funny thing, like we're only as strong as each other. Everybody that's in this chat, you know, it's all the same. It's the same. I don't want to sound cheesy, but community. That's all I can say. You know. I don't know. You know, I'd like to hear from Mohsin a little bit because, like I said, he's somebody that I can lean on and rely on, who works in it, who's always there. He always turns up. He's always front of house. You know, he's always willing to help, support. He's always very transparent regards what he's doing. And I know he's staying quiet right now. And sorry, Mohsin, I don't mean to put you on the spot, mate, but I think that, you know, you're very much part of what we're talking about right now. So I just wondered if you might have something to say.
Howdy. I'm Mohsin. I don't think I know most of you guys, but don't worry, it's okay. We're all followers of the same like religion, so it's fine. But basically, I'm a denim designer. I've been doing it for nearly 18 years. I've worked for practically anyone that's important. Now that's a silly thing to say, but anyone from like Levi's Japan to Edwin, Evisu, Lee, and there's loads of brands that I consult for. But I've got my own little design office studio based in the UK, and I consult for lots of mills now, designing fabrics. And it's really, really fun. But yeah, thanks, Ben, for the intro. But I'll be doing a talk tomorrow, which will be probably when half of you guys are sleeping, which is quite sad. But yeah, I'm doing ask me anything. But I teach denim history, and now I teach at 5 or 6 different like sort of like universities, and starting a PhD course, which I'll be heading up, and a master's course. And I teach people how to make jeans as well. So not the not the modern jeans that we all wear now. I teach people how to make jeans from the 20s and the 1800s. So things that are made a lot more better, and with no overlocking or anything like that. So the real British way of making things. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Is anybody else in this conversation that is making or trying to make jeans or start, you know, not an established brand, somebody that's just starting out, that's looking in? Christina?
Hi.
Are you starting out?
Christine, give us your backstory. You're
Oh
far.
my God, backstory. Old school. So I have
Christine, you
been
get 3 minutes.
3 minutes. I'll do it. in 3
Yeah, only a couple of
minutes.
minutes.
I have been making jeans and in the denim game for 38 years.
Mm.
I started when I was 19, and I come from a long line of makers. My great grandmother was a maker in the garment district since the 1900s in New York City, and I've always just it's in my blood. It's in my gene line, literally, pun intended. And for everyone, big time, you name a brand, I've probably dipped my little fingers into the pot. And yeah, and I got into the game because I went to Cal. I wasn't allowed to wear denim, and my parents gave me a Levi's denim book bag, and I was hooked. And it's a love affair and a career, and there you go. And I'm still relevant. There you go. Can I say that? You know, 38 years, that's pretty good. And one of the first ladies, I might add, in denim. So, and still here and working. Very proud of that.
And one of the original members of New York Denim Hangs.
Indeed, indeed. Estrogen in the house.
You made this
Estrogen. Can I get an estrogen hand shake up? There you go, Amanda.
Hey, Christine, can you tell us what you're working on lately?
Okay, so I'm working, as you guys know, I'm working on with a band of makers here in New York, and the entire time of COVID, we've been making over from here to Pennsylvania, all the way out to Ohio, and showing how to do a sustainable supply chain. I'm working for a British company. I'm not allowed to talk about it because of an NDA, but helping to run things here and back in the work in the garment district, which is amazing. I was there yesterday lasering and doing a lot of amazing stuff. So we were able to pivot from denim to PPE, and now we can go back to denim, and that's it. And I'm working with Jimmy DiResta, who's another maker. He and I collaborated, and we've got some things in the coming up soon.
Awesome, Christine.
That's
it's great to see
Here
you.
I am in New York City in my garden.
Holly, you want to jump in real quick and say hey? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm unmuted now. Hi. Yeah, hi, I'm Holly. I'm in Brooklyn, and I run a small business called Clockworks Press, and I print on denim, mostly repurposed. And then I make also artworks for the wall and bags and pillows that are of urban-centric imagery that is basically reflective of where I live. So. And I just love being part of the community because I think it's a real opportunity, like Eric said before, to get to know people as an adult. It's very challenging to make friends as an adult, and then, you know, people with common interests. So, and I started really in a denim by chance. I had an exhibition in the Netherlands in a small boutique that showed a lot of big brands like Kings of Indigo, Denham, Tulp Jeans, and so the owner said, yeah, why don't we put your work above this row of denim? And then next thing I knew, he was like, have you ever tried printing on denim? And I said, no. And next thing I knew, we were printing his logo on scraps of jeans and attaching it to tote bags and other things. And the next thing, I just started printing all my work on denim. And I haven't printed on paper since 2016. So it's the medium of choice for me. I have a piece behind me here. So water towers, bridges, anything industrial.
Beautiful work. Can I say hi to Liron? Liron, I've never seen you before, and you got a big smile, and I just want to say hello.
Thanks.
How'd you find out about this whole thing?
Which of the denim? One of them. Maybe Long John. I don't remember which one came up on Instagram that kind of put me up on this. So
And where are you dialing in from today, if you don't mind?
I'm dialing in from the Bluegrass State, from Kentucky.
Oh, very cool, man. And how long have you been into raw denim?
I can't really say. Probably since college. Dave and I kind of intersect. We're both kind of Japanese. I actually kind of did my PhD. My PhD is in Japanese literature. So an independent scholar of kind of pre-modern Japanese literature, all the stuff that Japanese people can't even read. So.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad I shouted you out. That went well.
Such a great spot. Oh my God. How cool.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for dialing into the call, and yeah, it's awesome to see you. So, Lukey baby, how you doing down there?
Are you talking to me, Eric?
Yes, sir. There's not too many babies on this call.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? This is incredibly awkward, isn't it?
Lucas.
Let's go. I'll tell you what. I'm here for Chris Chu's bandana, and that's it. Screw all you. I'm here for the Diane Fade bandana. Good evening, everyone. Doing well.
Cool. Good to see you, Lucas.
Good to see you too, Eric.
And then I see Rick has dialed in. I got to tell a really brief story about Rick. Rick is Australian, and he came into to Brooklyn. He was getting married to somebody who's originally from New York, and he found me online on Instagram and saw that I made custom jeans. So he came in, he got some custom jeans made, and he wore those jeans in his wedding, and he looked absolutely fantastic. So Rick, it's wonderful to see you. Are you in Australia, or are you here in the States?
No, I'm down in Melbourne at the moment, so it's sort of 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I saw your email about an hour ago, so I ran out and walked the dogs and got some coffee, and here we are. So thanks for the invite.
Awesome. Thanks for dialing in, man. Good to see you.
Cheers, man.
Nick, how you doing? You in California? You got to hit that unmute button.
There we go.
We're good.
Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Just Saturday afternoon, little house honeydews, just chiming in on the first hour of this. So good on you guys, man. This is pretty rowdy.
It's good to see you.
As well.
Bryn, I'm familiar with you from Instagram as Denim Dork, so thanks for dialing in. It's good to see you.
Thanks. This is my first time actually seeing everybody, and I'm probably going to lurk most of the time because it's a little intimidating, but it's good to see you all.
It's good to see you. Where are you?
California.
California. Cool. Which part?
I'm in Santa Cruz Mountains.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's rainy and windy today though, so kind of just a freak storm we have coming through.
Cool, man. Well, welcome. Thanks.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz, one of my favorite places.
It's beautiful.
Lucas Cooper, Mr. Super Cooper. How you doing, man?
I am not doing too bad.
It's good to see you. How's everything?
You guys as well, and it's good to see all these folks I've been following on Instagram for a while now, kind of seeing live faces of everybody. It's really great. Doing well. Just spending the evening, I guess, on my porch down here in Atlanta. Doing pretty good.
Did you found SE Denim Hangs with Dave, or your
No, not exactly. So Dave and I met in a very random situation. We just kind of ran into each other at a shoe show one day. So I work in the footwear industry, and we started talking. I commented on his jeans, of course, as we do as denim heads. We see the salvage line. We got to talk about it. And then that's when he said, "Oh yeah, I started this page, Southeast Denim Hangs," and I was like, "Oh, so you're the page who started following me." And then I kind of jumped on with him, kind of his unofficial sidekick for the Southeast Denim page.
Awesome. And how long?
He was there from the beginning. He was there right from the start. He's like the first official. He's the right hand man. He's definitely the partner.
Everybody needs one of those. Cool. Who else we got? Satish, I haven't met you, but I just want to say hello and welcome and thanks for calling in.
Hi, thank you.
Where are you calling in from?
I'm from India.
Very cool, man.
Yeah,
Very cool. Which part?
it's Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay. And what
Yeah,
time is it in Mumbai?
it's 5:30
Uh,
morning.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Where's my
Right.
beer? All right.
Thanks a lot.
Dedication.
Yeah, I think he deserves a
Dedication.
prize. I think he probably was up earlier than anyone else. We should have a prize for him somewhere.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I love it, man. You're just like hanging out there in the cut. Oh my God.
Yeah, I used to follow Dev, Sajid, and Godmother also. So it's good to see them here. Like,
Awesome. And do you wear a lot of raw denim?
yeah, actually, I work for a garment since last 3 years. So it's been chemical company for denim washing.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, thanks again for dialing in. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Can
Thanks.
I say something?
Of course.
Did
Yes,
you
always.
know that the first jeans were called dungarees, and that's a Hindu word? So the origin of jeans came from India. I thought I'd give a shout out to India.
Thank you.
Dungaree. That's
Yeah,
true.
done way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a mic drop right there, Christine.
Just saying. Just saying.
Be done with it. Cool, guys. Well, it's 8 p.m., so that wraps up our hour. Thank everybody for calling in. This is amazing. We've had up to 40 people on here. I honestly had no idea what to expect. Thank you to all the New York Denim Hangs guys who showed up in force, and thank you to everybody who dialed in, especially, waking up at 5 in the morning for this, and 6 in the morning, and 7, the whole thing, and guys in Europe who stayed up late. It's awesome to see everybody. Just a wonderful community. I'm really proud to be part of it.